Happy Monday, everyone. Let's get right into it. Friday, I watched Tyler Perry's new film on Netflix, Straw, with Taraji P. Henson, Tiana Taylor, and Sherry Shepard. And while my initial reaction after seeing it was like, oh, here's another Tyler Perry film. Like, it went exactly how I thought it was going to be, overacted, just loud in certain areas where it shouldn't be. And then that ending, it just ended. It almost felt like Tyler Perry said, yeah, I think I'm just going to end it here, and shuts laptop. But I said, before I make any posts, I'm going to let this marinate for a while. So I let it marinate for the weekend, and I just thought about the film. And then I rewatched it. And then I started watching other people's reviews, whether it was on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and there were mixed reactions. A lot of people's reactions that I saw was that, why does Tyler Perry always focus on trauma of Black women? And at first I was like, yeah, it's always like trauma, 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 trauma. But then after I had a mommy meltdown this Saturday, because it's summer vacation and my kids are home. At one point, I used to be a single mother of 3 children. So I fully understand and I am aware of the difficulties it is to not only financially take care of your children and be their sole provider, being the person that's taking them to the doctor's appointments, eye doctor's appointments, making those appointments, making sure they have food, making sure they have decent clothes so they don't get teased at school. Like, these are all the things that a single parent in a 2-parent household have to go through. But imagine going through it on your own. Now imagine going through that, making minimum wage or less than minimum wage, and doing it without any help, no family, nothing. So I say all that to say, Saturday, I came home after being at meetings all day, and I am doing intermittent fasting right now, so I don't eat until after 12. I had bought all the groceries. My kids have been having friends come over and everything, and all I could think about was, once I get home, I'm going to cook this steak that I have at home, and I'm going to make me some eggs, steak and eggs. I get home. There is nothing. My kids have eaten everything. They have allowed their friends to eat everything as well. And the groceries that I had bought on Friday were now gone. And I didn't even get to eat one egg. I just went in my room and had like a little mini breakdown. Like, I just cried. It's like, I do everything. I take care of everything. And no one takes care or look out for me and my mental health. And I told my man, I was like, I'm going to need a minute. I'm taking a personal mental health day because I just can't deal with this right now. An egg was my tipping point. An egg, ladies and gentlemen. And so as I was in the shower sobbing so no one could hear me cry, I was thinking about this movie, Straw. And all the events that happened that day for her. And it wasn't just that day, it was the years of struggle, the years of having to take care of a sick child by yourself, the years of people not looking at you as a human. Instead, they want to pass judgment and say, you put yourself in this situation. You are the reason why all these things are happening. And for me, I can understand that breaking point, that snap. And a lot of people are saying, oh, Tyler Perry only wants to highlight women with trauma. Well, who else is highlighting it? Because there are women that are going through trauma and no one wants to listen to them. Taraji's whole thing was, no one took a moment to consider what she was going through. No one took a moment to offer help. The only people that helped her were Black women. The Black woman that she worked with, Tiana Taylor as a police officer, understanding the situation and where she came from. Sherry Shepard understood, but it took her a moment until she heard Taraji's story. And people just take the time to listen instead of passing judgment, there would be less Black women trauma stories. Because let me tell you what people don't want. People don't want to be poor. People don't want their kids to not be able to have food to eat. People don't want their child to be the child that needs $40 for lunch so they can stop eating the free or reduced lunch. That's not what they want. And I'm watching this movie and I'm watching people's reviews, and they tend to forget that. If Tyler Perry is making movies about women with black trauma, like, newsflash, it's because there are women who are going through this. And while it is traumatic for you to watch, imagine how traumatic it is for these women to go through it. While it is difficult to watch, which I cried several times because I'm a human being, I'm a mother, I know what it feels like to not see the light at the end of the tunnel. I know what it feels like to feel unseen, to feel like no one hears you, to feel like people would rather be combative instead of help. You had white police officers who weren't trying to help. They were trying to be forceful. They were trying to throw their weight around. And here is someone you're supposed to protect and serve. This is someone who needs protection. This is someone that needs help. This is someone who tried to get help. No one wanted to listen, whether it was a black man, a white officer, no one wanted to listen. Or that one girl who I couldn't stand that worked in the bank. Like, ugh, I don't like her in real life just from this role. And it was heartbreaking to see. I went into this movie thinking I was about to watch like a John Q with Denzel Washington type thing. It was not that. The acting was superb. The plot was triggering. But what I did like to see is when people actually heard how her day was, heard what she went through, they could relate. And that's what we need to do. We need to relate, because where we are right now has not always been where we were before. And it might not be where we will always be. But as a black woman who once upon a time was a single mother of 3, doing it by myself for 10 plus years, I can tell you that the mental stability of a woman doing it all by herself, it needs to be showcased. I am the first one to say I don't love every Tyler Perry film. I don't necessarily think this is an Oscar worthy, like, it's not that type of movie. But what it did was bring a situation to light, to the forefront. And while a lot of people say, oh, he's always doing that, he's always doing that, ask him why. Do you know his upbringing? Do you know his childhood? Do you know what the women in his life went through? There is a reason. I don't see anybody else telling the story of what it is to be a black woman trying to make it like Tyler Perry does. And everyone in my family can tell you I am not this big Tyler Perry person. I'm always finding flaws in every movie that I watch. It just tends that there are more flaws in his movies, and I point it out. But I can also point out when something touches me. And I have gotten into debates with my friends, and there's so many different chat groups where we're discussing this film, and I'm the only one coming from the perspective of he's not making these stories up. These are people's real stories, and he's bringing a light to it. And if it makes you uncomfortable, do something about it. Help someone. Help someone. We all know someone that needs help. Taraji needed assistance in this moment. And until people knew her situation, they judged her. And then the help came when she had nothing left. When her mental was broken. When she had nothing left to lose. Then people wanted to listen. When it's too late. That's my rant, guys. I won't watch this. I watched it twice. I won't watch it again because it is triggering. But I do appreciate that the story was told. So congratulations to the cast and crew and Tyler Perry. Go watch Straw on Netflix. Let me know what you think.